At the age of 10, I was called by a pumpkin plant. Amazing it was to me that a pumpkin could call like a kith and kin. It was in the school backyard while I returned from the toilet. The pumpkin called across the air and space to stop me. I stood still at 10 in total amazement, bewildered, recognized I was so silently and secretly by the kin pumpkin. The incident shook up my young and nervous system in complete pleasure. I took it in the communication, registering it in my soul. The pumpkin in the plant shook up my whole being in utter surprise. The other end of the plant was a tendril which was on the soil heading to grow. When the girls in the class were so indifferent to me, giving cold pricklies, when the school procedure only treated me to pull the rope to fetch water out of the well, when the norms in the school treated me to identify with thieves and killers, when the devangas at the house were at work to size me down and smallify, while the street I lived was jealous of my brightness, while the community I lived was in engagement for cleverly discount me. The pumpkin plant at the school garden waited for me for the right time to supernaturally greet me. Supernatural communic to me at my boyhood days was common enough to me to enthuse up. Curses and bad looks and calling of nicknames was in practice. I did walk strong. The ominous and disastrous events did occur around, yet I got on with undeterred. The community practices at certain Kotai were unhealthy, irrational, and insane. 2. The peers around me were so much bent and warped in practice to be hurtful. Yet amidst such disheartening events, I could relate with like a pearly water drops on a slimy lotus leaf. My self-controlled aware behavior at my boyhood days took me to virtues and safe, knowledgeable domains. I could pass MA. I could visit Maharaja's College Library. I could roam around Dr. Radhakrishnan's old house at Mysore. I could visit Nandi Hills to worship Mahishavardhani and proceed to Darshan, a gigantic Nandi. I could burst out with an English poem on Nandi, proving my talented creativity. At the age of 20, when I went out an artistic poetry, I wrote out an artistic poetry verse on Nandi Hills, Nandi. All these poetic output all along my years of existence make me ask who I am but a born poetic artist. The surrounding around me may try to estimate with their scale of economics, but my past has been filled with rich moments of learned and distinct literary associations. My associations with intercontinental citizens in so close proximity when I was such a bright youth, so smart. My qualifications were so many pursuits with awakened sensations and immediacy and a bygone said to me that I'm okay. Thank you for listening. The writer of this blank verse is Jayasekaran, a trained transactional analyst at Cathexis Institute, Bangalore, in the year 1981 to 1985, 4 years and 4 months. Thanks for listening.